video. Okay, so we have got the first equation here, which is x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now as you can see that this whole equation, the value of this is 0. What we want to do is we want to find the factors of this, so that once we have the factors we can know that if we multiply it by 2 factors or 3 factors, then at least one of the factors is going to be 0, which is why this equation, this whole equation is equal to 0. So to do that, we first look at the standard form of the equation, which I hope you remember it from the previous videos, that ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That's the standard form of a quadratic equation. So the first step is to multiply the a and c to find out the product of a and c. So in this case we see that a is 1 and c is 6, so the product of a and c is 6. So we have to find the factors of 6, and we know there are only 2 factors which multiply to give us 6. One is 1 into 6 is equal to 6, and second is 2 into 3 is equal to 6. Now we want to look at those 2 factors which add up or subtract to give us a sum of 5, and which when multiplied together give us 6. So we can see that it's only 2 and 3 here which can be used. So what we'll do is we'll split up the middle term. This is also called the splitting the middle term method. So we'll write it as x square plus 2x plus 3x, because 2x plus 3x is equal to 5x, plus 6 is equal to 0. So when we write it like this, there's no change because 2x plus 3x does add up to 5x, and there's no difference in case you write 3x plus 2x also, you're going to get the same result, so don't fret about that. So now we are going to group the equation. So we have 2 groups formed. So one is x squared plus 2x, the first 2 terms, and the second 2 terms. Now what do we see common in the first 2 terms? In the first 2 terms, what we see as common is only x. So we take x as common, and what we are left with inside the parenthesis would be x plus 2, because x squared divided by x is x, and 2x divided by x gives us 2. And in these 2 terms what we have common is 3. So dividing both terms by 3 we get x plus 2 again, and as we can see that x plus 2 is common in both the terms. So dividing both the terms by x plus 2 we get x from the first term and plus 3 from the second term. So which means x plus 2 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now if the product of these 2 numbers is 0, that means either x plus 2 is equal to 0, or we can say that x plus 3 is equal to 0, because that's the only way we can get 0 as the product of 2 numbers. Now if subtracting 2 from both sides of the equation, we get x is equal to negative 2 or x is equal to negative 3. And if we substitute these values of x in the equation, we'll see that the answer that we get is 0. So if we take negative 2, so negative 2 squared gives us positive 4, and negative 2 times 5 gives us negative 10. So 4 minus 10 gives us minus 6, and minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. And even if we take minus 3, so we get 9 minus 15, which is minus 6, and minus 6 plus 6 is again 0. So this is how we factorize an equation. Coming to the second equation, we see that the product of a and c is 1 and 18. So we have to find the factors of 18. 1 into 18, or it could be 2 into 9, or it could be 3 into 6, or I think those are the only factors available. So what we want is 2 numbers which added or subtracted together give us 7, and when multiplied together give us minus 18. So we see that these are the 2 numbers we want, and to get positive 7 we'll have to take the numbers as negative 2 and positive 9. because minus 2 plus 7 gives us plus 7, and minus 2 multiplied by 9 gives us minus 18. So those are two numbers, so we can write it like x square plus 9x minus 2x, because again 9x minus 2x gives us 7x, so we are again splitting the middle term. Minus 18 is equal to 0, or taking common out of these we get x and x plus 9, and out of these two terms we are taking negative 2 as common, and we get x plus 9 again is equal to 0, and x plus 9 is common in both these terms, and what we are left with is x minus 2. So we can see here that in this case we've got if the product of these two numbers is 0, then that means either x plus 9 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. So subtracting 9 from both sides of the equation, we can say that either x is equal to negative 9 or x, here adding 2 to both sides of the equation, we can say that x is equal to 2. So those are the two values of x for which this equation is going to hold true. Now see how it is different from linear equations. In linear equation there was always one value of x for which the equation used to hold true. For quadratic equations we are getting two values of x for which the equation is holding true. Now of course there are some other equations also where only one value of x would suffice, and there are some in which there's no value of x for which the equation will hold true. So anyways, we come to the third equation. We'll come to those cases probably in the next video, but here again we are looking at the factors of 1 multiplied by 10, which is 10. So 1 into 10, that is one number, or 2 into 5 gives us 10. So those are the only two combinations that we have, and to get negative 3 we know that we can have the numbers as negative 5 and positive 2. So we can write it as x square plus 2x minus 5x minus 10 is equal to 0, or taking x common in the first two terms we get x times x plus 2, and negative 5 common in both the terms, the second two terms, we get again x plus 2 is equal to 0, and taking x plus 2 as common in both these terms we get x minus 5 as the other number. So if x plus 2 into x minus 5 is 0, that means either x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 5 is equal to 0. Now if, subtracting 2 from both the equations, both sides of the equation, we can say that x is equal to negative 2, or adding 5 to both sides of the equation we can say x is equal to 5. So these are the two values of x for which this equation is going to hold true. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and in case you did, be sure to share it with your friends, tell them to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to subscribe it to your you subscribe yourself also to it, because any of our future videos, if you subscribe to the channel, they will come straight into your mailbox and you won't miss any of the important lessons. And I would be happy to answer a few questions also for you. So in case you have any problems that you're going through and you want me to help you solve them, just send me write it in the comments below, and I'll get back to you with a video on it. So study hard, God bless you, take care, bye.